Hey guys, there's so many people that decide they're gonna change or they're gonna create a new habit, and they make all these goals and ambitions, and they have so much motivation that they just feel like they can take on the world. But after like a couple of weeks or maybe even a couple of months, they the motivation dies and they give up. And they give up because it's too hard. The motivation's gone, they don't feel like doing it. And so I want to tell you how to keep going after that point. But before we dive in, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell icon to be notified when I release a new video. So when the motivation is gone and it's left up to you and you alone to keep going on with that new habit, it does get really tough. There's gonna be days when it's really hard for you to do whatever you're doing. And for me, like today is one of those days. I really don't feel like doing this video. I didn't want to write the script for it, and I don't feel like editing afterwards. So how do I make myself do it when I don't feel like doing it? Darren Hardy said, or quoted, that the difference between successful people and non-successful people is they both don't like doing the same things, but the difference is successful people do them anyway. So that's one thing. If you want to be successful, you got to do it anyway, whether you feel like doing it or not. But that's also, it's true, but it's hard to do. You can't. It's hard to bring yourself to do something when you don't feel like doing it. Emotions play a big role, and your feelings play a big role into what you do every day. And you can't live by your emotions. You have to control your emotions, but it's a skill that you have to learn. So at the start, it's very hard to do that, and it's very difficult to do that. So what do? I make it as easy as possible to do it. You see, this video is quite short. It's going to be a short video. The editing is going to be very minimal. And this is done on purpose. Because at the moment, for me to get in the habit of creating a video every single day, I need to make the process as quick and as easy and as effortless as possible. And the only way I'm going to be, and it's the only way I'm going to be consistent at it. It's the only way I'm going to be able to create a video every day. You see, I'm not that interested in my quality too much. I want to make decent videos, but I don't want to spend 2 hours on recording and then 4 hours on editing, because I'll never do that every day, and I don't have an editor to do it for me. So at the moment, I'm just doing a one take kind of thing, quick, easy edits, and then upload it to YouTube. I'm making it as effortless as possible for myself. And I'll do that until I get in the habit, until it just becomes routine. In my day, routinely do it. I've been doing it this is my 85th day. I'm still not in the habit. I'm still not in the routine. It takes a long time to get in a habit. And so I'm making it as easy as possible for myself, as much as I can every single day, so I can do it consistently, and so it doesn't take up half of my day. So no matter what you're doing, it doesn't matter what your habit is. At the beginning, it's more important for you to do it consistently every day. It doesn't matter what it is, whether it's running, whether it's learning an instrument, whether it's doing YouTube videos. Like, it's more important for you to do it more consistently and have the quality suffer a bit than the other way around. So if you're learning an instrument, just say to yourself, I'm going to play for 5 minutes. If you're going for a run, I'm just going up the road and back. You don't have to go far. If you're doing a video, do one take. Don't make it harder for yourself, because if you make it really hard, if you say I'm going to run 5 miles every day, I'm going to practice for 3, 4, 5 hours a day, there's going to be days when you're just not going to want to do it and you're not going to start. But if you say, I'm gonna read this book, I'm just gonna read one page, you know, I'm gonna play for 5 minutes, I'm gonna run just down the street and back. It makes it so much easier, and half the time, once you've started, it's easier to keep going. It's the starting that's the hard bit. So make it easy for yourself to start, and then you sometimes you won't want to, but most of the time you'll be able to keep on going and going and going. And that way, you're still practicing what you're doing, but you're building up the habit, which is more important in the beginning. You're building up the habit of doing that thing every day. And eventually you'll get to the point where it does become a habit, and then you can start to improve the quality more. So let's say you're going for a run, you eventually get to that point where you do it every single day. You do it in the morning when you first wake up, and at the start, yeah, maybe you was just running down the street and back, but eventually it'll become a habit where it becomes routine for you to just go out, get up and go out for a run, and then you can start doing 1 mile, 2 miles, 3 miles, 5 miles. You know, so the most important thing when we start anything is to make sure we do it consistently. Like, the problem that we have is that motivation, it makes us think that we can do anything. I want to do my maximum every single day. But motivation doesn't last. If it stuck with us, we'd all be doing everything we wanted to do. But it doesn't. It goes away, and it goes away quite quickly after a couple of weeks, maybe a month. Maybe it might even last for 2 months. You know, so when that motivation dies, you have to have something in place to replace it, you know? And that's where making it easy comes into play. And that's what I do whenever I have to do like a video, when I have to do my push-ups and that. Well, no matter what I want to do, some days I just don't feel like doing it, so I make it easy for myself, so I start. And you see, this video's gone on for like 7.5 minutes. I didn't want to do it, I didn't feel like doing it, but now I've started. It's much easier for me to keep on going. So make it easy for yourself, guys. Don't make life harder than it needs to be, especially at the start. The main thing you need to do is stay consistent. Alright, that's it for today, guys. I'll see you in the next video.